This is Gordon Landefeld, marketing analyst at Skycasters. First, we're going to look at an introduction of Skycasters, and then I'll take you through our strategies for the first window and the future windows. Skycasters is a business-to-business broadband satellite internet firm based in Akron, Ohio, and we serve the sectors of remote industries such as oil, gas, and mining, telemedicine, communities and travel destinations, as well as disaster response, first responders, and those businesses in urban or rural areas that use our technology for business continuity. Our technology is from iDirect. Getting into designing our applications, we came up with 3 tests that would test the technology to see if that would be the best thing to use within the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act broadband stimulus funding. The speed of implementation is very important because the stimulus package implies that you want to stimulate the economy, and that needs to be done relatively quickly. So we asked ourselves what kind of technology could be implemented within a year. The second test is recyclability or future-proofing the technology. That is something that you put in today. Will you be able to upgrade that in the future? And not necessarily to fiber, but also possibly an upgraded version of whatever technology you put in. And then sustainability. What we really want to do in the broadband stimulus is to build sustainability into the equation so that the community can continue affording the technology on into the future. So does the technology solution include revenue sharing with the community, use of local labor in the implementation, and also in a some sort of a service center, and then also will it enhance not just the residents but the local agencies, schools, and hospitals, and etc. Well, at first let me show you that fiber. Everybody wants fiber. Everybody would love for there to be a grid of fiber overlaying the country. However, we satellite firms recognize that you don't need fiber when you have satellite. You can have satellite service the point of use. However, as we talk to communities, we recognize that it's not cost effective to put satellite at every single point of use. So we came up with a satellite backhauled point-to-multipoint WiMAX solution. And this solution is an elegant solution that is low cost, is very fast to implement, and is highly recyclable because at any time in the future when another technology is made available, it's very easy to plug and play. Now, looking at fiber versus satellite WiMAX hybrid using the speed test. Fiber, of course, is very fast, but it's very slow to implement, and it's also very costly, whereas satellite backhaul is very inexpensive to implement, relatively speaking, and very, very fast to implement. Also, the WiMAX point-to-multipoint solution for the last mile is very fast to implement and also relatively low cost. The recyclability test, satellite backhaul is compatible with any other technology that can be brought in the future, whether it's point-to-point microwave or fiber. And once the terrestrial solution is brought on board, the satellite solution can be retained as a form of continuity. And then the last mile, the WiMAX does not have to change because as the middle mile is replaced or upgraded, you may upgrade the compression on the satellite so that you don't require any other terrestrial solution, the WiMAX is there. It stays there. The sustainability test. We certainly want the communities to be able to afford this technology on into the future, and one way to do that is to put in a revenue sharing aspect to the plan. And so then the community can afford to do things like provide its own tech service, and then also there are other services that the community can implement. And getting into our innovative strategies for the first window, we are a B2B company, and so we provide packages that have guaranteed minimum bandwidth and throughput that's managed either with overage charges or with fair access policies. But we recognize the need to mix our plans with consumer plans, and so that was very important. And then also we came up with various things that the community can install at the point-to-multipoint WiMAX tower, servers that can provide free access to community news, voice over IP and radio over IP PBX servers, web caching, and video on demand servers to provide the community something similar to Netflix. The partnerships were very important. Satellite is partnerships. And as we get into the ARRA plans, you need to partner with not just the communities, but also with other technology vendors who can implement various portions of the solution. Now, looking at future windows, this is a very interesting FAQ on the broadbandusa.gov site, which said that if an applicant is not successful the first round, of course they may resubmit in the next round. However, and here's the caveat, is that NTIA and RUS may very well change the requirements of the applications. Therefore, we need to remain flexible and be able to change our applications to align with the future needs of NTIA and RUS. Also, we need to exceed expectations. The 4 states that were awarded broadband mapping grants exceeded program requirements in the areas of data collection, verification, and collaboration. So we need to exceed expectations. We need to give communities services that expand their capabilities beyond broadband internet. Also, we need to build, as individual suppliers, we need to build our stables of experts in areas in knowledge of geographical, technological, and cultural, to name a few. Finally, a couple of the lessons learned is that there are many technologies that can be used to bring broadband internet to rural communities, unserved and underserved populations. But remember to do your research and make sure you get comparisons on the various technologies available. And then finally, local governments, we found, are highly sophisticated. Very, very intelligent people run these governments. But just like urban and government and national governments, they can be highly divisive. So make sure that you are educating all sides within the local government so that they are fully behind your solution. And that concludes my comments. Thank you very much.